Nice.
To make a long story short, he saves the 2 women, and the rest are killed by the shotgun. But what's great is the last guy that gets killed by the shotgun, he's like, "Oh, well, that's it. You pussy-whipped motherfucker." And he's just going off on him. It's so great. Like, I love it. He's like, "You look at me when you're going to kill me. You look me in the eyes when you're going to kill me." And he's like, "Oh, fuck." And then he gets blown away. And, it was like a trust fund kid. But I love those scenes. They're not all about violence and gore, but they're fucking cool. Like I said, he saves the 2 women. The rest get killed by a shotgun. And so he gets the final key and proceeds along the final hallway. So, I mean, we're hitting the end run here now. So in the acid-trapped cells, the mother and son, they start to panic. Remember, there's a mother and son there with hydrofluoric acid. We have no idea why they're there by the investigator. And the timer's running out, and they've yet to do anything. So they decide to flip the switch. To the dismay of Pamela, who is the reporter. She's able to view the entire game from her cell from a television provided by Jigsaw. And the switch proves to do absolutely nothing. So at this time, Jill arrives in the game's control area. But Hoffman's not there. And, she takes the remaining contents of the box and starts to put them in the room. She puts the letter from Hoffman to Amanda on Hoffman's control desk. She hides, and Hoffman arrives. So at this time, the final seconds are counting down at the timer. And William arrives in the final door. Now, he finds himself in a newly revealed chamber between Pamela's acid cell and the family's acid cell. However, William appears to not recognize the family and instead turns to Pamela, who shares an emotional conversation where she's trying to talk to him. The family begins to yell at him for it being his fault. It's revealed that Pamela is, in fact, William's sister, and this is the family he was trying to save. So basically, the guy that had a heart condition earlier, this is this guy's family, and the mother and the son. Like I said, they've got this lawsuit against him because basically they're blaming him for the wrongful death of their husband and father. So we've got a fucked up situation now. So it's revealed, the true twist of the game. William had to make it there with Pamela as the lure. And the Jigsaw tape activates for the mother and son, telling them that he was sorry for mistreating them. They were not being tested, but merely being held in a cell. And they now have the option to kill William in front of his family, just as William had denied their father or husband's claim and killed him in front of them. So basically, you've got a chance for these people to get revenge against the man who was responsible for their father's death in some way, shape, or form,
Yep.
So Pamela and William are begging for mercy and forgiveness, and the mother, she doesn't fucking give a shit. She's gonna go to the live and die switch, and she's gonna kill him. Now active was William trapped, and saying this wasn't for revenge, but so that he could not do this to anybody else with his decisions. But she can't bring herself to do it. I don't think I could do that either, Vic. Like if somebody had directly killed somebody I know, then, but in that situation, I couldn't kill somebody over that. What about you? I would blame the system, not the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, even though she can't flip the switch, the son does. He's less squeamish. He fucking flips that switch. And the switch activates a wall of needles that swing down into William's chamber, injecting him with the acid from the vats. And it fucking dissolves him into a pile of bloody organs. Fucking nasty, Vic. You know what I mean? The biggest scumbag gets the worst death in this. It is gross, man. Fucking gross. Ugh, I bet you they cut out some scenes from this, too, because they didn't show as much, you know what I mean, as you would expect them to.
Yeah.
All right, so meanwhile, Hoffman, he's arrived back at the scene of the game, in the control room, and he sees the letter. He sits at his desk and reads it, and the contents are revealed. Amanda had been at Jill's clinic with Cecil, which is the fucking buck-toothed guy that Jigsaw killed with the knives. He was his first victim the night he robbed it. And the night Jill had her miscarriage. So we've got a connection here with Amanda and Cecil from the clinic. So basically, Amanda was in some way responsible for the death of Jigsaw's kid, which is fucked. the plot to rob the clinic was revealed to be at Amanda's direction, and Hoffman knew. So I don't know how he knew that. I wonder how the fuck he knew that. You know what I'm saying? I guess because he's a cop. Maybe.
Yeah,
anyway.
He fucking knows everything.
Yeah, he's the man. Anyway, he threatened to, reveal Amanda's involvement in the death of Jill and John's baby, a fact John neither was aware of, and the letter was actually blackmailing her to kill Dr. Lynn Dinlin or the secret would be out, which was the chick from Part 3 of The Doctor. So Amanda was unaware that her game was to keep Lynn alive. So the game was sabotaged by Hoffman outside of Jigsaw's knowledge by this blackmail. So he's got a whole lot of fucking people working for themselves at this point. And Hoffman wanted to be the last man standing and therefore avoid being tested. However, a shock's delivered through the chair and he fucking falls unconscious. It's the same shock from the first one and maybe the second one. Either way, it's the one where Jigsaw electrocutes Adam and Dr. Gordon with. That shit will take you down for a little bit. Well, Jill reveals herself in the control chamber, and she actually straps Hoffman to it with leather straps, and reveals the final content of the box, which is the fucking jaw splitter trap that Amanda had escaped from. And you're like, oh, fuck, man. It's the fucking jaw trap, the most famous Jigsaw trap there is. Agreed? I mean, they had it at fucking... They had an Amanda character walking around at Halloween Horror Nights in this thing. It was awesome.
I love it.
So Jill, she places it on Hoffman, leaves his ass for dead to get revenge on him. And, Jill reveals that the sixth envelope was actually intended for Jill to use regarding a sixth target, the other five being the targets of Williams' game. And the sixth target was Hoffman. And this is revealed to be the test Hoffman would not escape, which was stated on Jigsaw's stomach tape from the autopsy. So now we know what that was all about, finally. I mean, like 3 movies later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Jill, having been shown Hoffman's, he's a treacherous motherfucker, with Pamela's letter, was now exacting Jigsaw's final will by testing Hoffman. However, she left him with no means of escape, no key to remove the headset. So this is basically murder at this point, right? Now, Hoffman, who's all by himself at this point, oh my God. He breaks his fucking hand by slamming the headset against his wrist and slips the broken hand through the leather restraint. That was nasty, Vic. That was fucking gross. It wasn't as bad as like Detective Matthews smashing his foot, but it was still nasty, dude. Fucking gross. These fucking movies. Anyway, so he uses free hand to release himself from the chair, and he tries to pry the headset off his head, but he can't. He then, at the last second, actually sends his head through a small window in a doorway, which catches the headset as it tries to crush his skull. It's a pretty fucking sweet way to get out. And it's now partially open, but he's still trapped. And so out of, Hoffman, who's out of immediate danger, he rips the side of his cheek through the metal bit in his mouth and forces his head out of the partially removed headset. And that is fucking nasty. That's the nastiest thing in this movie to me. His cheek getting... Oh, God damn, Vic. Yuck.
Yeah, it was fucking bad. I'm like, it was fucking bad.
Yeah, it was fucking gross. And he throws it down to the ground, screaming, as he should, having finally been tested. And he lived. Which, by the way, I remember him getting put in the headset at the theaters, and I'm like, this motherfucker's dead. But he got out. And so after the credits, you see Amanda walks to a door hole and says, "Don't trust the one who saves you," twice to Jeff Denton's daughter. And this may refer to Hoffman. So that's how it ends, man. Fucking Hoffman. He survives somehow. My Lord. That was nasty. Good Lord. That was up there with the nasty.
He's the baddest man alive. He's the baddest man alive. He's like Aaron Williams.
Yes. Yeah. No doubt about it, my friend. Well, this is my turn to pop open a drink and let you give some thoughts on this Saw 6, my friend. Saw 6. Not a lot of series gets to fucking 6 entries, especially as one with only one so far that's down to a 2.5. That was it.
All six, all six, all six. What, man? I like.
Fair enough. Are you still there, Philpot? All right. Vic says, I like it, and then he leaves. That's sad. All right, so we'll let Vic call back in real quick. But in the meantime, I guess I'll talk a little bit about Saw 6 until he comes back in. So Saw 6, I remember seeing it in theaters. I think this is one of the few that I remember seeing in theaters. I know I saw the other ones in theaters, but this is the one I actually remember seeing in theaters. And Saw 6 is a fun fucking movie. I mean, I know by this point in the series, it's fucking, these flashbacks get annoying, and a lot of it's just unrealistic, and there's just so much going on that it's like, man, come on. You know, you get away from the whole premise of it a little bit. Plus, it's more, a lot of it's just fucking, I feel like a lot more innocent people are put in harm's way in these than they were in the original idea of the series. But, I mean, this is a good entry into the series. It's another good entry into the series. And, yeah, I mean, I can't get any lower than 3, man. It's got to be 3 out of 4 machetes for me. It's just, you know, Saw 6, when you get 6 movies in, it's really hard to make a good movie, but they still managed to do it this far in, and I'm just impressed with the effort that they put forth in this whole series. They do a great job, and to be able to put out at least decent quality movies this far in is pretty damn impressive. You don't get that from a lot of series, like I said earlier. So, Victor's back. Victor, you said, I like it, and then you left.
I do
Which
like
is funny.
it.
You're like, that's my, you dropped your mic.
That's awesome. Like, I rambled for like 10 minutes or something, and now I realized.
Well, goddamn, I had to ramble while you were gone. And I'll tell you, I gave it 3 out of 4 machetes because I just apparently can't get below that other than Saw 3.
Well, see, that's funny because I really like Saw 6, and you probably didn't hear this part, but it's probably my favorite sequel in the series outside of Part 2.
I was going to say, you can't go over Part 2, right?
Yeah. Part 1 and Part 2 are their own thing. Like, it don't get no better than that. But Saw 6, come damn up. And I'm not going to repeat everything I already fucking said, but the gore is great. The opening scene is the best one out of the entire series, in my opinion. The grossest. The one I just want to fucking puke everywhere. It's just fucking amazing, though, dude. Like, yeah. To me, Saw 6 is a 3.5 out of 4. 3.5 out of 4 for Saw 6.
Nice. We actually disagree for the first time. I actually just went with a 3, which is obviously not bad. But yeah, 3.5 for Vic. I have no problem with that. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of worn out by the flashbacks and everything by this point. Is really, I think, what my issue is. But it's a nice.
Well,
they fucking find such a good way to tie it all together. You know.
Oh yeah. And I mean, like Hoffman was a complete badass. Like everything was just the entire movie. Just like it's not perfect by any means, but it's close.
No. I just like how they explain all the things I had questions about, like what happened to Perez. You know what I'm saying? They did it.
Exactly, yeah. And like just certain things, I'm like, and the fucking gore was top notch.
Yeah,
it's always a bonus for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is a good one. You know, I gotta say though, the insurance guy is like the main protagonist. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't root for him as much as you do like Gordon and Adam, cause, I mean, they may not be great people, but they're probably not as bad as this shithead. But he's still better than Jeff. I don't even really hate the guy. It's not so much about that. Like, I don't hate the guy. You know, I don't. It's just that, you know, his character you're not supposed to like. Unlike Jeff, I just want to kill myself.
Yeah, fuck Jeff. So. Fuck Jeff.
We should start a campaign. Fuck Jeff.
I think I'm going to start that Facebook page tonight. You know, like that one, fuck Jerry, we're going to start fuck Jeff.
Yes. Fuck Jeff. That's a good Facebook page.
I like it.
What a bum. All right, well, yeah, I give it 3 out of 4, man.